All right, buckle up because we need to talk about something that's either the coolest thing to happen in music since someone invented the electric guitar, or it's the apocalypse for every musician trying to make rent. Maybe it's both, and spoiler alert, it's absolutely both. Listen, I have been downloading AI generated music. I've actually been buying it, and here's the kick. I've actually loved some of it, like genuinely loved it. I'll probably put one of my favorite AI generated songs at the end of this and violate a bunch of copyrights. But I'm also having an existential crisis about it, which is my natural state anyway, so at least I'm on brand. AI music is here, folks, and it's more polarizing than pineapple on pizza, which is delicious. It's freaking delicious. It's Hawaiian style. Anyway, you've got people screaming, "This is garbage! Ban it, label it, separate it like we're doing musical apartheid." And then on the other hand, you've got people that say, "This version speaks to my soul. I'm crying. This is art." And I'm sitting here like, can both things be true? Because I think both things are true. Let me take you back for a second. There used to be this YouTube channel, I think it was called Postmodern Jukebox, where actual human beings would take modern pop songs and sing them in old school styles. We're talking jazz, soul, doo-wop, rockabilly. Dude, it was glorious. I loved hearing Shake It Off as a 50s doo-wop number. It was musical time travel and I was super enamored with it. I also love those "What If This Song Was From the 80s" edits, or my personal favorite, the 60s soul version of basically anything. If you give me a 60s soul version of a Wendy's commercial, I would probably add it to my playlist. Don't test me on that though. Here's the thing. AI has made those alternative style versions way more accessible. And yes, wouldn't it be fantastic if a real band with real humans recorded those versions? Absolutely. But I get why they don't, because let's be honest, assembling a band is like herding cats. Cats that need to be paid, cats that have scheduling conflicts, cats that argue about whether the bridge should be in C major or C minor for 3 hours. Writing, arranging, and recording music is hard. And if your experimental "What If Metallica covered Call Me Maybe" doesn't get views or sales, you just spent weeks of your life and thousands of dollars on something that got 47 plays on Spotify, mostly from your friends and family, which, by the way, pays you roughly enough to buy a pack of gum. No, it doesn't. You wouldn't get a pack of gum for that. Listen, so the song that really got me thinking about this is "Lightning Crashes," redone in 60s soul style by the Professor Nick Harrison. I love the original live version. It's intense, it's emotional, it gets you in the feels, and it came out right in those formative years where I was in high school. But this soul version, when that choir hits it at around 3 minutes and 20 seconds of the song, dude, it rocks. It's got this Motown energy and gospel vibe. I got chills the first time I heard it. And here's where I'm conflicted. I wish a real band had made it. I really do. But I also understand why they wouldn't, because humans can't just pump out dozens of experimental versions the way AI can. AI is like that overachieving kid in school who does all the extra credit and never sleeps. It can try 100 different ideas in a day cheaply and instantly with no studio time and no booking musicians, no convincing the label that 60 soul version of a 90s song is worth investing. And because of that, we as consumers get to hear way more versions of music. Some of them are terrible, absolute garbage that makes your ears want to file for divorce from your head. Some songs just don't translate to other genres at all. In fact, I've actually looked for AI covers of songs that I personally love, like "The Freshman" by the Verve Pipe, which to me is a masterpiece, and no one's done it yet. And honestly, I kind of get why, because creating these versions manually takes time, money, and labor. It's like the difference between writing an essay yourself versus asking ChatGPT to write one. One option takes hours or days, and the other takes 30 seconds. So AI lets creators experiment way more, try way more things, and see what sticks. Now, what does this mean for human musicians? Yeah, it sucks. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. I genuinely feel for them. This is their livelihood. It's their art. And now they're competing with robots that don't need to eat, sleep, or get paid. One criticism I keep hearing is that AI voices are too perfect. No wavering, always on pitch, no human imperfections. But here's my question. Isn't that what auto-tune already does? I mean, auto-tune has been adjusting vocals for decades. It takes a real singer's voice and smooths out all the rough edges. So what's the difference between a heavily auto-tuned vocal and an AI-generated vocal? The line is getting blurrier than my vision. And speaking of blurred lines, People are already feeding John Mayer's voice into AI and making full songs with it. People have Snoop Dogg singing Disney songs he's never touched. Neil Diamond is covering Nirvana. Is that so different than using a ton of production tools on human vocals? Think about it. In the 50s, 60s, and 70s, singers relied only on raw vocals. No auto-tune at all. No digital splicing. No pitch correction. Think Queen, Neil Diamond, think Righteous Brothers. Legendary voices, zero digital polish, just pure talent, and maybe some reverb if they were feeling fancy. If Freddie Mercury looked at today's music production, he'd probably say, wait, you're telling me that I can just fix all those notes? Then what's the point? And he'd probably say more like, what's the point? And honestly, he'd have a point. So if we can synthesize voices entirely, what is pop music at this point? Is it art or is it just marketing? If you can create a persona, we're talking Lady Gaga level theatrics, full costume, social media presence, and then have technology generate all the vocals, then the artistic performance becomes secondary to the brand performance. It's like the music industry looked at the Gorillaz, the cartoon band, and said, what if we took this concept, but made it way more dystopian? And here's the thing, I understand why people are upset. I really do. This is threatening people's entire careers, identities, their passion. But AI isn't stopping at music. It's not. AI is coming for everything. AI influencers are already taking modeling jobs from real people. There are AI fashion models who never age, never complain about the lighting, and work for free. There are AI actors up for movie roles. AI writers are already churning out articles. There are AI painters, sculptors, designers. Every creative field is still getting touched by this robot uprising, and I'm not being dramatic. I may be a little dramatic, maybe because I create stuff online, and most people that have viewed my content probably prefer an AI Peter. And that's the thing, it's not just artists, it's all kind of workers. The people in the middle, the grinders, the insurance underwriters, yeah, AI can do that. Fraud reviewers, AI's got it. Marketing copywriters, AI will write you 50 headlines in 10 seconds. Graphics designers, AI will give you a logo as you're describing it. Customer service reps, already being replaced by chatbots. Tech support, same thing. So many of these jobs are going to be replaced, and once that happens, people are left without a clear career path. And here's the uncomfortable truth, if I haven't given it to you already. Fighting that technology doesn't make it disappear. At best, it's going to delay the disruption and give people time to pivot. But we couldn't stop Uber and Lyft from replacing taxis. We couldn't stop Kayak and Expedia from destroying the travel agencies. We couldn't stop Netflix and streaming from replacing Blockbuster and Hollywood Video. Remember Blockbuster? No one under 25 does. Technology just advances no matter how much we bitch and moan about it. It's like trying to stop a tsunami with a pool noodle. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Here's a question for you. Do you think AI-generated music should be labeled? Should streaming platforms be required to tell you when something is AI? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'm curious to know where everyone lands on this. And here's another one. Would you still listen to a song you loved if you found out it was made by AI? Like if your new favorite jam turned out to be entirely synthetic, would that change how you felt about it? I don't know. I'm kind of torn about it. And here's where things get really wild. A country artist named Breaking Rust, I actually hate that name, just hit #1 on the Billboard Country Digital Song Sales Chart. #1. And it's 100% AI. The song, Walk My Walk, has over 3.5 million streams on Spotify, and people are loving it. Comments like, love your voice, awesome songwriting. And I don't know if this guy is real, but his songs are some of my favorite in life. And here's the twist, it's not a real guy, it's a computer. And I'll tell you what, I've heard the song and I've listened to it a few times. I actually think it's really catchy. And let me tell you about a study that just came out from Deezer, the streaming platform. It found 97% of people can't tell the difference between AI music and human-made music in a blind test. 97%. We are officially living in a world where the robots have learned to rock. Oh, and get this, roughly 50,000 fully AI-generated tracks are being uploaded to Deezer every day. That's 34% of all the daily uploads. 34%. The robots aren't coming for music. They are already here, and they've brought their entire discography. Spotify has removed over 75 million spammy AI tracks in the past year alone. 75 million. That's not a typo. The music industry is drowning in AI-generated content, and platforms are scrambling to figure out what to do about it. So, do I love the idea of AI music? Not really. Do I like some of what it produces? Absolutely I do. Do I hate some of it? Absolutely I do. Here's the reality. It's here. It's not going away. You can't put this genie back in the bottle. The genie has a record deal now. But the truth is, AI makes more art available to more people. On a macro level, maybe that means the culture is richer. Maybe it means we get more experimental versions, more genre-bending mashups, more creative ideas that would have never existed otherwise. But on a micro level, for the creators trying to make a living, trying to pay rent, trying to build a career in music, it's probably going to be devastating. And here's the part that keeps me up at night. That and caffeine and delicious, delicious pie. But whether we love it or hate it or feel deeply conflicted about it like I do, this is the future we're going to deal with. The robots have learned to sing and they're not shutting up anytime soon.